Mama, mama, can't you see?
Mama, can't you see
what the systems do to me?
what the systems do to me?
They lock us up, they shoot us down.
They lock us up, they shoot us down.
Ain't no justice in this town.
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 I said that because the next person I'm going to bring up is Marion Hopkins. She's executive director of Concerned Mothers. This is a sisterhood that nobody want to be a part of, right? But these my mothers, man. They know if they call me, I'm coming running. I'm coming running. They already know. So I'm gonna bring Marion up because we have several moms in this club that's here today who didn't sign up for this club, but they was enrolled in the club because ain't no justice in this town, and they shoot us down, right? So all these moms out here, they still fighting, and like I said, we not free until they all free. We don't get, it's no justice until they all, everybody get justice, right? So I'm gonna let Marion introduce the mothers who are joining us today.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. It is very important when we're going through this journey for justice and accountability that we have the community standing with us. So we thank you for being here today to stand with Melody Cooper, to stand with Ryan LeRoux as they fight for accountability and justice for their loved one. As Nene has mentioned, my name is Marion Gray-Hopkins. I am the executive director of the Coalition of Concerned Mothers. And we are an organization that's a grassroots 501c3 organization led by Black mothers that have been impacted by state-sanctioned violence, be it police brutality or be it community violence. And so we want these families to know that we are here today, that we stand in solidarity. We stand united with you as you go through this journey that we wish no one had to go through. And so I want to ask each mother to come up and just say their name, say their loved one's name, where they were killed, and when they were killed. And I ask that you say their names after they say their loved one's name. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. My son, Gary Hopkins Jr., murdered November 27th, 1999. So just Saturday was his angel date, 22 years ago in Prince George's County, Maryland. So this is not unique just to Montgomery County, but this is not only a Maryland problem, but it is a nationwide problem that we're fighting for justice for our Black and brown people.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pamela Brooks, and I'm also a board member of the Coalition of Concerned Mothers. My 17-year-old son, Amir Brooks, was killed on August 6, 2014 by off-duty Prince George's County Police in Washington, D.C.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Brooks.
Good afternoon. My name is Rhonda Dormis, and I'm also a board member of the Coalition of Concerned Mothers. My daughter's name was Corinne Gaines. She was killed August 1st, 2016 by Baltimore County SWAT officer Royce Ruby.
Corinne
Gaines.
Hello, my name is Catherine Young, and my son's name was Daquan Young. He was killed by off-duty police officer in Washington, D.C. on May the 9th, 2018.
Say his name. Daquan Young.
Daquan Young.
I'll say.
My name is Roxanne Johnson. We're a member of the Coalition of Concerned Mothers. My son's name is Jamal Byrd. He was unjustly arrested and murdered in custody at the D.C. Department of Corrections, and on October the 1st, 2019, just commemorated the second anniversary. His name was Jamal Byrd. Say his name.
Jamal Byrd.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dorothy Kopp Elliott. My son was Archie Elliott III, also known as Artie. He was killed June 18, 1993, a day before my birthday. Archie Elliott III.
Archie Elliott III.
Can I ask the mother of Ryan LeRoux to please come up?
Good afternoon. My name is Rhonda LeRoux. My son Ryan LeRoux was murdered July 16th this year by Montgomery County Police in Gaithersburg, Flower Hill, McDonald's. I mean, he was really going through a lot, and we miss him dearly. Again, Ryan, we love you. Ryan LeRoux.
Say his name.
Ryan LeRoux. Say his name.
Good afternoon. My name is Miss Melody S. Cooper. I am the mother of my now deceased son, Kwamena Ocran. I am Miss Cooper, the bereaved and traumatized mother of Kwamena Ocran. Life has changed for him on January 8th, 2021, and my family. My baby was brutally snatched away from me by 4 men with badges and guns. These men were later identified as Montgomery County unlawful police officers. However, these 4 individuals act more criminal by firing 23 times at my son that was running away from them out of fear, striking this young man, Kwamena Ocran, my son, 8 times. The initial shots in his back and killing him immediately after. Officers made no attempt to administer first aid. They instead let his lifeless body lay on the cold ground for countless hours, like 241 other mothers whose sons were murdered at the hands of the police in 2021. I'm grieving and traumatized for the rest of my life. There are 2 days that I always remember. The day my son was born, August 31st, 1996, and the day Kwamena was executed, January 8th, 2021. Kwamena's lifeless body exposed, laid outside on the cold ground for hours before it was removed. Actually, he stayed there for 7.5 hours. No dignity, no respect was shown to my son or to the community. Now that we've achieved transparency via Anton's law, it's time to incorporate accountability by demanding through investigation. We demand the state of Maryland to investigate the unlawful acts of these officers. Sergeant Willie D'Agato, Corporal Labrie DeCano, James Doole, and Kyle Kuhn. It's time to shine a light on these unlawful officers with a long history of abuse. For such callousness these individuals show, I have serious questions about their sense of humanity and lack of thereof. The United States Pledge of Allegiance says that there is a liberty and justice for all in this country. The perpetrators that took this young man, my son, Kwamena Ocran's life, made a mockery of that pledge. Individuals like those unlawful officers should be charged with the murder of Kwamena and all the senseless murders throughout the United States of our loved ones. I would demand that his case be reopened, and as well as I would demand that the state's attorney that continues to cover up for these unlawful officers to be removed from office, because he is allowing these incidents to reoccur continuously, because he's taken up for murderers and thieves. They're murdering our loved ones, stealing their lives and our lives as well. So we are here to demand the reopening of Kwamena's case and to demand that those unlawful officers be indicted, prosecuted, and in jail immediately. And I want to thank everyone for being out here with us today in support of Kwamena and all the other mothers that's out here.
Reopen the case.
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 the grass. Reveal the snake.
Reveal the snake.
Cut the grass.
Cut the grass.
Reveal the snake.
Reveal the snake.
Reopen the case.
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 Y'all, that took a lot. Y'all don't know. Nobody signs up for this kind of, nobody wants this attention. Who wants the attention that they got to come up and speak about their child being murdered? Nobody. Nobody. That's hard. So let's give Miss Cooper a hand for being able to stand up and just talk about her child, right? It's still fresh. It's still fresh. Y'all don't understand that, right? So right now we're going to have